good morning class 5 and good morning class 5. We are continuing the science class and I have completed the metamorphic rocks in my video. So once I will just explain you what is the metamorphic rock and so what are the metamorphic rocks? Actually, metamorphic rocks are not any special rock and they are not forming any kind of special rock. So what they are? Actually, they are type of sedimentary rocks and they are type of igneous rock which are being changes into due to immense heat and pressure. They changes their mineral content and they form a new kind of rock. And this new kind of rock is called metamorphic rock. Understood? So what are metamorphic rock? They are not any original kind of rock. These rocks are being changes into a new type of rock from sedimentary rocks or igneous rock. So there are different kinds of metamorphic rocks are given here, which we will discuss. I have discussed already, but once I will just explain you about the different kind of metamorphic rock. So once very quickly we will see metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rocks are, first one we will see the type of metamorphic rock is marble. So what is marble? Marble actually changing from a sedimentary rock. So which kind of sedimentary rock? It is a limestone, or you can say from the limestone this kind of rock or this marble is being formed, and it is changed. It undergo under several changes. That means its mineral content of the limestone changes or the calcium carbonate changes to form this marble. So this is the rock which are changes from the limestone, or from the limestone it changes into marble, and this marble is polished easily, and it is make what are the uses of this marble? We make statues and different type of buildings out of this marble stone or the marble rock. Understood? Now next one is the slate. We know we all have used this slate in our childhood, or when we are very small kids, that time we started to write in from the slate. So what is this slate? Slate are actually sedimentary rock, and they are being sedimented from the clay material, and clays are being layered up to form this slate. So they are not so strong, and these layers are changes their mineral content, and they are changes into their texture. They form a smooth kind of rock, and these rocks are not so colorful. They are generally dark gray or black in color, and we can take out the thin slices of this slate, and they can be split into thin sheets, and they are used to make blackboards, slate, and sometimes roofs. Okay, so these are also the uses of this kind of rock, or you can say this is the use of the slate. Next one is the gneiss. So third one is the actually G is silent here. The name of this rock is gneiss. Okay, so what is the gneiss rock? Gneiss rock is a rock, is a different type of rock, and you can say this is not changes from sedimentary rock. It has been changed from igneous rock, and their content are being so due to the immense heat and due to the immense pressure, they are being layering up. So you will see the rock, there are the dark bands and there are the lighter bands. So from this appearance we come to know there are some light mineral contents, and then again there will be dark mineral content. So these are being making the layers up, and these layers are actually making this gneiss rock. Okay, next one is the last one is quartzite. So this rock is used for presence of shiny mica, and they are also lots of uses. Now fourth one is quartzite. So what is this quartzite? Quartzite, if you see the quartzite, it is a sedimentary rock and they undergo several changes and it forms quartzite. It is a hard rock and cannot even stretch. This is so hard that it can even stretch the steel sheet, and it is used to make the statues, and it is also used in ceramic industry. So what is this ceramic industry? Ceramic industries means when we are making the anything out of glass. So what are the content? These are maybe the maybe some kind of pottery, maybe some kind of dinner set. These all are being formed from this ceramic industries, or you can say the ceramic industries. These quartzite are used in ceramic industries, and these in this ceramic industries they are shiny due to the presence of this silica. So in this quartzite there is one mineral present, that mineral is silica and mica. So this quartzite is very, they are used in ceramic industries and making glasses and ceramic industries. Now next one is 2 MCQ is given here. First one is the lava solidified to form. So number 1, A is the answer, igneous rock. Lava solidified to form the igneous rock. B, the Red Fort of Delhi is made up of, what is that? That is sandstone. So the first one is igneous and second one is sandstone. Okay. Next, now we will move for the minerals. Okay. So this all these 2 multiple MCQ you have got it. Now we will see what are the minerals. Okay. So metamorphic rock, we have completed it in last video, but once I have just revised so that who did not attend that video, they will come to know about the uses of the metamorphic rock and how the metamorphic rocks are being formed. Next one we will see, these are the minerals. What are these mineral content? So minerals are underground natural resources. Some are simple minerals, and while some others are very complex minerals. And they are rocks are also formed from these minerals. So marble and coal are the example of non-metallic minerals. Bauxite and hematite are example of the metallic minerals. So before to know what are the non-metallic minerals and metallic minerals, you should know about the metals and non-metals. So if we will go through the metals, what are the metals? Metals are the substances which are hard in nature, hard, shining, good conductor of electricity. So when you see any substance or the metal, that means these are like aluminum, silver, gold, iron, these all are the metals. But these metals or these rocks, they all are formed by the minerals. So their composition or their composing material is minerals. So these kinds of minerals which they make the metals, they are hard in nature, they are shiny in their texture, and the electricity or the electrical current can flow from this metal. Okay, and they are generally they are solid. Okay, so metals are actually solid in nature, they are good conductor of the electricity, they are shiny in nature, and they are actually they form different type of vessels, different type of things. Now what about the non-metals? Non-metals are generally liquid form, liquid or gaseous form. Okay, so what are the non-metals? They are not hard, non-shiny and not a good conductor of electricity. They are not at all good conductor of electricity. So these are the non-metal. So now we'll come to know some simple minerals and some complex minerals. So these are actually complex form and the simple form. Marble and coal, they are the examples of. Marble is a good example of metals. They are the rock, or the marble is actually a type of rock which are forming of the composition of few kinds of metals. And what about the coal? Coal is a composition in which you will get the non-metallic materials. Okay, that's why it is not shiny, it is black in color, it is not at all a good conductor of electricity. Understood? So this is the non-metal and this is the metal. Now we will come to know what are the minerals. So at first we came to know actually minerals are the things, or minerals are the material which forms metal and non-metals. Okay, so all rocks are formed due to the composition of different type of minerals. That is the reason when minerals are changing in their nature in sedimentary rocks and in igneous rock, they changes to form a different type of rock, that is metamorphic rock. Understood? Now there are given bauxite and hematite are example of metallic minerals. That means bauxite and hematite. Bauxite and hematite. They both are metallic ore, or you can say they are the rocks, part of rocks which are having in bauxite. You will see there is a high content of bauxite is having high content of aluminium. So if we want to get the aluminium, then we have to take out the ore called the bauxite, and in the bauxite you will get lots of aluminium are present. Okay, and if we want the iron content, that time we have to take out the hematite, or you can say hematite is a type of ore or the rock by which we can get the iron content. Understood? So these both are aluminium and iron we are getting from the type of ores called bauxite and hematite. Understood? Now these metals are a mineral, different metals are extracted or mined from the minerals. So first of all, use of rocks and minerals. We use various rocks and minerals in our daily life in a different way. So there are different kinds of minerals which we use in a different ways. Okay, so we get useful metals from the rocks. So first one is different metals are extracted or mined from the minerals. So what is this mining? When we are digging out the rocks and we get the layers, whatever the inside of the rock, and what are the layers which are embedded inside the earth crust. From these layers we take out the important ores which are embedded or which are having the high content of different type of metals, minerals and different kinds of non-metals. Okay, so this is the mining when we are digging out and when we are taking out from the earth crust, that is the mining. Okay, so first one, different metals are extracted or mined from the minerals. So how we are getting this different type of metals? When we are digging the earth crust, when we are mining, you have seen mining in the running gun, mining in the, that means they have to go inside the earth crust. When they are going inside the earth crust, they are getting different kinds of rock and different kinds of mineral content, and from this mineral content they take out desired whatever they wanted, that type of minerals and the metals or the non-metals from the layers of the rock. Okay, and that is called mining or extraction of the rock. Now a mineral from which metals can be extracted profitably called an ore. So what is ore? ore is actually a concept, or you can say it is a mixture of metals, non-metals, minerals. So ore is actually a part of rock, or is a mass of metals and non-metals or minerals. Okay, so the part of ore, or from which ore we are taking out the different kinds of metal, they are called the ore. Just like when we are taking out the minerals from the rock, that is called the mineral ore. These are profitable because we know what are the metal. We will see the example of the metals are gold is a metal, silver is a metal, aluminum is a metal, as well as iron is also a metal. There are so many other metals. Zinc is a metal. So there are so many metals. The metals which are shiny in nature, which are hard in nature, which are solid in their state, and which are having good electricity conduct, they all are called the good metals. So the metals we are extracted out, and we are getting from these rocks. And these rocks, these special kind of rock, this part of the rock from where we are getting this important metals, these are profitable because these metals are very costly in the market. So they are sell in the market in a high price. So that's why they are profitable. These profitable metals are taking out from these kinds of rock. They are called ore. And what are ore? Ore are mixtures of metals or non-metals or minerals. Understood? So this is the ore. From ore we are taking out this metal, and these are actually they are being sold in the market at a high price. That's why these kinds of special kind of rocks are called ore, and we are getting the profit from this metal. So what are the profits? What are the uses? We know gold is used for the jewelry. Silver is having two kinds of uses. Silver is used for the jewelry, as well as silver is a metal in which it is the best conductor of electricity. So when we use to make something very precious or some good electrical appliances, that time sometimes the silver wires are being used. Even in the laboratory we use the silver wires. Okay. And next one, the aluminum. We know out of aluminum we make different kind of vessels, different type of potteries, and different kind of vessels which we use for making food and all that. Aluminum foil is also very important because aluminum foil is heat resistant. That's why we wrap our food material in the aluminum foil, and they do not get spoiled. They become fresh in nature. So aluminum is also very important, as well as iron is important because out of iron we make the machinery, furniture, different kind of things from this iron. So these all metals are very, very important, and these are being extracted out, these are being mined out from the different kinds of ores or the rock. Understood? And what kinds of minerals are important? We know all minerals are important. Iodine is a non-metallic mineral, and we can say ferric, or you can say iron, aluminum, and this calcium. These all minerals are also very important for our body as well as for the medicine purposes. Okay. So this is very important use of the metals and from the rocks. Now next one is we get fuels from the rocks and the minerals. So time is getting over. I will give you a little bit introduction of this. So we get coal, petroleum, these all from the fossil fuels. These are also called the fossil fuels. As we know, how we get the fossil fuels? When all organic materials are being compressed due to the immense pressure and heat, they changes into few materials of them. Whatever inside our body, we are made up of 65% of water. In other animals, their percentage is also little bit of water and little bit of solid. So if we separate them, so the solid part or the trees which are having lots of water, so the cellulose part or the solid part compressed due to the heat and immense heat and pressure, they changes into coal. And what about the liquid part which are inside our body and which are full of energy? We know blood is inside our body and blood is full of energy because we are having ATP, adenine triphosphate, which are the energy resources for our body. So these all are being trapped inside the earth crust and they changes into different kind of energy sources like the coal, like the petroleum, kerosene and diesel. These all are the different kind of energy sources which we get from this kind of things when the organic materials are being changes into sedimentary rocks, and due to the energy is being compressed, they changes into different kind of energy sources. So that I will take in my next class. So that's all for the day. Be good in the, to be good in the class, and have a nice day, and goodbye.